Welcome to the Lee Summit North Fieldhouse, where you'll be watching Lee Summit North Broncos take on the Ray-Moore Peculiar Panthers. I'm Cameron Smith, and along with me tonight I have Mike West. This is all brought to you on the Slice Network on myslicetv.com. You ready to go here tonight, Mike?
Absolutely. I got my rally towel here.
I got mine.
Ready to support these Broncos.
Most definitely. They got the rally towels. I hope the fans know how to use them. Should be a pretty nice game here tonight. Got the Ray-Moore Peculiar team. I know they didn't come all the way over here to lose, so they're definitely going to try their best to prove to be a formidable opponent on the night.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. They play better against better teams, so I think we'll see a good game tonight. They definitely made me a believer against Rockhurst last week, so I think we're in for a good game.
Well, yeah, that's what we always want to see. And you never really can count a team out. It doesn't really matter the records. It's Friday night. You've seen the movies, Friday Night Lights, any given Friday. Anything can happen tonight. So we expect a lot from these Lee Summit North Broncos, but we know we didn't just come here to watch a shellacking happen tonight, so Ray-Pec should give us a show.
Best thing about Lee Summit North is they're never out of a game. They were down by 18 to Lee Summit about two or 3 weeks ago, and they brought it back to within. I think they tied the game up at one point.
Yeah, they ended up taking it into overtime. You know, the thing is, though, they have so many shooters. You know, they got guys. It's kind of scary at times because they have good shooters, but those guys sometimes can be a little hot or cold. But when they get hot, they can really pour it in. I've came out and seen Will Harrington knock out 3 threes in a row. I've seen him put up 20, 28 points. They just got a lot of game. They've got a lot of good shooters, and you never really can count them out when they get down.
I don't know if you saw Elwood about last week against Rockhurst, but dude was just banging shots out all over the place. Man. And his defense, he's feeling it right now. He had at least 5 or 6 blocks last week. Wow. Him and Harrington on the defensive end, look for them to shut down.
You know, I've seen a couple of guys come into Lee Summit North and expect to go up against Elwood and think they're going to go up, and he just goes up there, and, I mean, he smacks shots. He defends that rim with everything he got, and that's what you want from a guy. You want him to give all he has on not just the offensive end of the floor, but the defensive side as well.
It looks like he's feeling it during warm-ups. I've seen him hit a couple threes already.
They better get a hand up. Another guy that can really shoot is Chapman. A couple weeks ago, he earned the nickname. Instead of calling him threes, he was so hot one game, we just start calling him Chaps because the guy was jacking him up and he was knocking him down. So they just got to keep a hand up because what is the saying? Hand down, man down. Better keep your hand up when you're playing against these Lee Summit North Broncos. One thing the Broncos might want to watch out for, though, as I look at some of the stats, is Joel Thomas, who's actually averaging 15 points a game on the season. So be looking to watch him, see how he can go. So we'll definitely be checking out for him, see if he can match point for point with Will Harrington tonight.
I think another thing you got to really take into consideration against this Ray-Pec team is they're solid on size. They got a couple guys that are 6'6", one guy that's 6'7". So Torrey Miller's size here, he's kind of going up against men of his own size. It's time for him to step up and really prove himself out there.
And now we're going to go down to Jordan, who has Coach Hilbert with her.
You thought it was going to?
Well, for the most part, yes. And the good thing is I think we're playing pretty well right now, and that's what we hope to be doing, playing our best basketball in February. So I'm really excited about the next couple weeks.
All right, Coach, so how much do you love having My Slice TV cover the home games? I mean, I love it. How much do you?
It's been awesome. I really appreciate it, and I just want to, big shout out to My Slice TV. It's been great. A lot of people around the country have an opportunity to see Bronco basketball due to My Slice, so it's awesome.
All right, well, good luck with the game.
Thanks, Jordan.
All right, back up to you, Cameron and Mike.
Well, we're back, and you're catching us as we're about to acknowledge our country. So we'll take a pause for the calls and take a little bit of America's pastime in. Well, here we go. We're all ready to go. We're about to get our player introductions. Interested to see who Coach Hilbert's going to start here tonight. I've seen him playing with his lineup a few times. Kind of interested to see where he's going to go tonight. And there he is. Joel Thomas, the leading scorer for Ray-Pec. Getting a little shout out from the crowd. Andrew Spellman. I love to see this kid flash through the lane. Still has some fans with him tonight. Doesn't Will Harrington play like a senior you?
Oh, he does. You can tell he's definitely got that experience. He pumps the crowd up, and he's an overall just game changer. He's a gamer. You know he's always in the game. He's going to compete on both ends of the floor. He's going to take it to the max every time he's out there.
Most definitely. You can tell this is his last chance to wear that crimson and white. Mr. Durbin getting some starting PT there. Tyler Anderson gets down there and bangs in that post. So he's not the tallest guy to ever play in the post, but he gets down there and bangs.
He definitely has some post presence. He's a strong guy. He doesn't back down from anybody. So I think he's definitely one of the people we're going to have to see go up against Ray-Pec's starting tall guys.
Most definitely. And there he is, the red-headed meanie. You bring it in there, he's going to throw you out of there. He's not playing in the post. Here we go. You see the Lee Summit North guys getting ready to go.
There he is, Will Harrington in there pumping his team up, getting them together.
He's a great leader down there with this Lee Summit North Broncos. I think we're about to hear from our Crimson Crazies here in a little bit.
I definitely think so. Ray-Pec's a pretty local team, so I think there's a bit of a rivalry here.
That's what I want to hear. I want to hear the crowd get into it. I want to hear, you know, not just the matchup on the court, but the matchup of the crowd. Here they go. I love that chant. There you see the towels waving, fans ready to go, pumped up. We get ready for play. Players showing respect to each other, good sportsmanship.
Looks like they got Elwood going up here against the 6'7" Gingrich, so we'll see how this goes. Elwood winning it for him.
Wins the tip, kicks it over to Spellman. Swings it to the corner, the wing rather. Will Harrington electing not to use the pit. Lee Summit starting out pretty patient here, trying to fill out the defense. Looks like they're in the man-to-man right now. Durbin at the top, kicking it back over to Tyler Anderson. Will Harrington for three early. I always kind of want to see your guys get started inside. You know, start out with the hard shot, but I'm sure Harrington will find his stroke here in just a bit.
So I always like to see that inside-out game, drive it inside. And if you can't get a shot inside, then you kick it out.
Most definitely.
I feel like this team's almost too tall to just fire up a lot of shots from outside because those boards are going to go quick.
Ooh, nice pass there. And Spellman hitting Tyler Anderson. I don't even think Tyler Anderson saw that one coming at first.
He finished inside, and that's good to see coming from Tyler Anderson. If he can get on a roll early down low, you might see a good game out of him.
Yeah, some good moves. I can tell he's done some work in the offseason on that post game. That's not just something you learn.
Looks like they're going down on the fast break here off the steal.
Spellman with the nice
Tyler
dish.
Anderson, give him the bucket.
Didn't you just say he's going to get heated up down there? They better get a body on him because the big fella will move, get in there, and make some good baskets here for the Broncos.
They just need this crowd to stay behind him. Possibly getting Ray-Pec's head a little bit. Ooh, good backside cut.
It was. Way to control it with that right hand.
Uncharacteristically of Harrington to get bite on that backdoor cut there.
Yeah. Kicks it over to Durbin. Spellman's feeling it a little bit. Going back to Anderson. Good hustle. He saves it. Good pass to Elwood.
Good work inside.
Man, they are sharing the ball here tonight. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see from your team. They're getting it inside, sharing the ball, hitting the open man, and making the layups. Easy work.
Exactly what we were just saying earlier there. Work your inside game there, and they've got 6 points in the paint so far.
See, the thing is about with them having so many good shooters on the team, if you can get that defense, as you were telling me earlier, you used to do at Oak Park, you can get that defense to suck into the post, then you'll have those open shots.
It's the way you work them inside out. That's how you get your most just open shots, most consistent shots from there.
Lee Summit starting out in a man defense as well. Got to box out there. Elwood looks like he lost his man. You got to box him out there. That should have been a rebound.
Definitely. Tyler Anderson played some good D there on the 6'7" Gingrich, though. It's a good job to keep him off the glass there.
I love to see Spellman with the ball. I remember seeing him in the red and white game they had beginning of the season. Good ball fake there. Kicks it over to Spellman, who kicks it to Elwood. Back in the hands of Harrington. Very patient here.
Definitely are working the ball around. That's not very characteristic of Lee Summit North. They're pedal to the metal about the whole game. So it's nice to see this kind of change of pace. Maybe take Ray-Pec out of their little game plan here and mix things up a bit.
See, the thing is in high school basketball, not having a shot clock, there's no point in rushing. Harrington with another three. Gets in, gets fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
It's one of those things they teach you when you're playing basketball back in elementary school is after your shot, follow your shot in, and you'll get that easy board like that because half the time the guy that's guarding you on the outside is not even going to turn and look for that board. He's going to turn and try and cut it up court. It's a good play by Harrington, good heads-up play.
Most definitely. It's an effort thing. You know, you could easily just assume the guy's going to box you out and not go in there or assume the ball's going to bounce the other way. But he dared to be different. Go in there, get the easy rebound, and lay it up, get knocked down, and go to the line. He makes the first free throw. Let's see if he can sink the next.
I'll tell you what, this guy is smooth from the line. It's every game, consistency for him.
One of those things. I coach basketball over in KCK, a middle school, Northwest Middle School. Had a game, we missed a lot of free throws. I said maybe we should stop calling them free throws and call them free shots. He definitely doesn't throw it up there. He has a real nice stroke and knocks him down.
It's definitely a good stroke.
Joel shooting an early three. So far, even though the score is 8-4, we've seen really good defense from Lee Summit North. The two buckets that they've gotten have been off of rebounds where you got to make sure you box out, but they initially made the stop. So if the game continues in this manner, we might want to watch out for a blowout here.
I think as far as Ray-Pec goes on the offensive ends, they're really just not taking very many smart shots right now. They're working the ball around, but they're taking. I mean, I've seen 2 or 3 shots from the three-point line that were 5 feet back and contested, and those aren't the shots you're looking for, especially in high school. I mean, this isn't the NBA. Nobody's going to accuse them of being Chris Paul or LeBron James, so there's no need to take any shots like that. I mean, it's impressive, but it'd be more impressive if they made it.
And I guess the best thing you can say, it looks like they're playing right into what Lee Summit North wants them to do right now.
Absolutely. Lee Summit North looks like they got a good game plan. Looks like they definitely prepared well for this game.
Spellman's not playing here tonight. Something about the way he's moving around, beating that guy off the dribble on that first step right there. He's ready to go. He's jacked up.
He's definitely quick to the lane, quick to drive in there on him. It's Ray-Pec's second foul in about the last 2 minutes here, so I think their coach is going to have to gather him here.
And he's letting them hear it right now as he calls that 30-second timeout.
That's one thing you really got to watch for in high school ball is you can't keep getting all these fouls. I mean, they've got 3 fouls in the first few minutes of this game, and you keep fouling like that, you're just going to give teams, you know, like you said, free shots. And
yeah.
That's not what you want. Not against Lee Summit North. They're a good free throw shooting team.
Especially with your starting lineup out there. You don't want to go get those guys into foul trouble. Then they have to sit down, and you know it's just a lot of things that can go wrong when you keep putting your hands on people. You got to keep your hands to yourself, as I tell my guys. Keep your hands to yourself.
And that's exactly what you're seeing out here, though. You're seeing Ray-Pec's starting lineup getting 3 fouls early, and that's not what you can't have that this early in the game. You got to kind of really play controlled here as Elwood gets it there in the middle.
He blew that one. We call that one TNT, the bomb, because he blew it.
And one thing my dad always taught me is when you drive into the paint like that, his common phrase was the backboard is your friend there. I mean, you don't got to, you know, swish every shot. If you got an angle on a backboard, that's the shot you want to take there because it's 95% of the time it's going to go in off a bank shot like that, especially a floater. It's just so much easier to throw it off the backboard than it is to drop it in the hoop.
Yeah, leave the swishes for the three-pointer as Durbin pulls up.
That was definitely a push there on Gingrich. Pushed Tyler Anderson from about 5 feet to 5 feet out of bounds there.
They didn't get the call.
Wow.
I was looking at that. I said, man, did Anderson just jump from the free throw line to get that rebound? I didn't know he had hops like that. But nah.
It needs to be on the track team trying out for their long jump competition if that was all him.
Most definitely. We see Torrey Miller checks into the game. Kick it back for 3. He couldn't pull up because he mishandled the pass.
That's one thing I don't know if you want to see down there is Harrington on Gingrich. I mean, Harrington's a good player, but that's a 5-inch difference there, and I don't know that you want that inside.
Yeah. I think they got a little mixed up, maybe switched off on a pick and roll, and he got stuck in there and actually had to end up fouling him.
That's who I want to see have a big game right here. I want to see what Torrey Miller can do. I want to see him really bust out this game. This is where he needs to show it against 6'7" guys, 6'6" guys, show that he can really compete with guys his size.
What was that?
An attempt at drawing a foul.
And that, my friends, is why we don't need to teach flopping. Jack up a 3-point shot just to get a foul, and what it results in is basically it's not called a turnover, but it looks like one. Elwood, nothing but the bottom of the net.
There he is. Elwood dropping a big 3 here, push it to 11-4.
Well, you think I think he was just teaching the guy a little lesson. If you're going to jack up a 3 in somebody's face, this is how you do it.
Well, he proved his point.
Good
defense by Torrey Miller there. I think Harrington's going to take it all the way here.
Oh, yeah. He gets in there, not able to finish. Then he comes back. Wow. Not able to knock down that layup. And I think what we just saw here is the difference in these two teams. Ray-Pec had a 3-on-1 and decided to slow it down and wait for the defense of the Broncos to get set up. I do not understand that.
I don't either. I definitely think if you got numbers, you always drive it. Worst case scenario, you drive the lane, you go up for a layup, you either make it or you miss it, but 95% of the time you're going to draw a foul and send yourself to the line.
You got to get in there and try. You got to get in there and try to get fouled, try to get up a shot.
They slow down and set up. I mean, who's to say that a pass isn't going to get stolen or they're not going to miss a contested jump shot because at least Summit North's playing good defense out here.
Exactly. They have so many different looks. We've seen the 3-2, the 2-3, the box one. They just have so much. You can tell Coach really focuses on defense in practice.
Well, that's where it's all made in high school, man, is if you can play good defense, you're going to win the majority of your games, and I think that's what we've seen out of Lee Summit North is they play such good defense. That's why they have such a high winning percentage. My personal favorite, I'd say I love man. That's what I typically play out of. But if I'm not man, I love box and one, man. That's a good way to roll.
I'm kind of partial to the 1-3-1. Good defense as the clock expires. Torrey Miller with another block. I think this bringing Torrey Miller in off the bench as a sixth man it's been working for Coach here the last few games. I was a little skeptical at first. I was like, well, 6'8" is on the bench. What's going on? But it's really worked out well for the Broncos.
Well, I think at this point in the season, what you want to do is not necessarily – I don't think you don't put the best players on your team out there. I mean, obviously you'd like to have the best players on your team out there on the court. I think it's more about, your team chemistry, especially this late in the season. You're kind of pushing towards state. You're pushing towards districts and conference. And I think you just want to have a good flow out there as opposed to, maybe having different personalities out there. You can't have too many people wanting the ball at one time. It'll just mess up the flow of your team.
That's right, because there is only one of them. One ball, 10 players, and everybody wants it. See the guys taking a quick break as they come out here, 11-4. The end of the first quarter. Coach Hilbert getting the guys ready to go in there and execute the game plan. I would definitely have to say on the defensive end, as well as the offensive end, I guess so far, they've really executed.
Well, any time you only allow 4 points in a quarter at any level, it's definitely you're playing good basketball.
I don't care if it's middle school, high school, or biddy ball. If you allow 4 points, coach is not mad at anything going on the defensive end.
Absolutely not. I think you're going to see Ray-Pec doing something a little different here as they come into the second quarter. I think the coach is probably switching up the game plan. So maybe we'll see a tighter contested second quarter. And
see that pass is bobbled. And we see Tim Estelle trying to get the troops rallied.
Chapman with some good on-ball defense there.
Good.
Torrey Miller says, go ahead, pull up.
Wow, that's 3 blocks already. But the foul gets called there, and let's see who it's on.
And that's the kind of defense you want to see inside, though. I mean, that's a good foul. You send people to the line. You don't give them easy baskets inside. You want your big men to play like big men. You want them to be physical and not allow any easy shots.
Make them earn it. And this actually goes to our other point about bringing him off the bench. When he's coming off the bench like that, he can afford to play that kind of defense, pick up a foul here or there, because he's not in such a big place of drawing so many fouls, but he's not able to grab that rebound, but it will go the Broncos' way.
That's exactly what I mean right there. He had an easy layup, would have been 2 points, sent to the free throw line. It's only 1. I don't know if you'd believe this, but that number 45, he's a freshman, and he's 6'5".
Oh, my goodness. Well, they better beat him this year. No.
Yeah. They don't want to see that kid in about 3 years.
Yeah, he's going to be a monster. Swinging it around the key. Tyler Aronson cross court pass to Sorrell. Elwood in the corner. They're filling him out. There's Chapman wide open. Oh, my.
Uncharacteristic air ball.
And he's hearing it from Ray-Pec right now, the air ball chant.
It's just another one of those chants you can't come back to. I guess Lee Summit North should have thrown out the scoreboard chant there.
Well, if they keep playing like this and get to the third and fourth quarter, they'll be able to do that. Still in man-to-man defense. It's working pretty well. Why switch out of it now?
One thing I haven't really seen from Ray-Pec is too many three-point attempts. I've seen a few, but I think most of their shots are coming from, mid-range. I think you'll see the reason there is they're not taking smart shots from three-point range. I mean, he was taking a leaner from the top of the key and trying to bank it in. You can't just throw up Hail Mary shots like this. It's way too early.
And it looks like Lee Summit has done their homework. Is Kassan Williams. There's Elwood pulling up for another 3, but they've left Kassan Williams open a couple times here tonight. Number 25 for Ray-Pec, and he's just not shooting.
Looks like he just short-armed that one a little bit and kind of rushed the shot, and I think it's Probably a good thing that he did, because if he had taken his time and done his normal shot routine, I have a feeling that wall over there would have met the ball.
Yeah, most definitely. Here we have Tim Estelle at the line, shooting 2 free throws. And he makes the first. Score is 11-6. 43 rather left in the second quarter. Misses the second. Tyler Aronson with the rebound, and here comes Spellman.
I heard Lee Summit North fan out there scream at him, "You will not make this shot."
Wow.
That was a good call.
I like that.
See what Lee Summit North does here as they set it up.
Looks like a 1-4 set. Spellman with an isolation.
You know, Durbin's got actually some pretty good range. I saw against Rockers he hit a few threes. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him take a few.
Pick and roll there. He gets fouled. And he'll go to the line, shoot 2. Good execution there, the pick and roll.
Another difference in this game could be free throw shots. I mean, if you look at it, it's a 5-point game right now, but I mean, it could have been a 3-point game if Ray-Pec was hitting their free throws.
Most definitely. Chris Robinson knocks that one down, no problem. Here we go. We got the spirit fingers going. Trying to make sure that he feels the Lee Summit North Crimson crazy pride. He knocks them both down. Do you think the fingers actually had anything to do with that?
No, I'm not. I'm not big on superstitions. I think it's something that makes the crowd feel more involved, and I'm all for that. So any way you can get the crowd involved, get that 6th man out there on the court, really, I mean, that could do nothing but benefit your team. So I definitely think it's something good.
Ray-Pec is a little scared of the 3. I'm looking at Spellman and Durbin leaving these guys wide open, and they're not even attempting to go up, not even thinking about going up. Tyler
Anderson is just dominating on the defensive end right now. You watch him; he's not really going up to block any shots. He's not doing anything like that. All he's really doing is just sticking his hands right up there, getting hands up at least. That way he's not going to draw a foul or anything like that. He's just standing his ground.
Yeah, he's playing that Kevin Love under the basket game. I mean, he's out here 6'4", standing out there with guys 6'8", 6'7", couple 6'6" guys, and he's holding his ground. Actually dominating the post. If we were to give it to one of the guys right now, he's the most dominant post player out there.
They had a nice little double team set up, but I don't think they realized, a little double dribble there by Tyler Anderson.
No, I think maybe he felt us giving him too much shine. Doesn't want it to be all about him. Put it back on my team.
Something I've noticed about Tyler Anderson, though, is he's got a really high motor. Him, Elwood, and Harrington, they have about the hardest drive I've seen out of a high school player. I mean, I saw him against Rockhurst there. He went up for a rebound, got knocked to the ground, hit his head on the ground, busted his eye open, and was actually bleeding on the floor, and sent up, got it patched up, and he came back out there and played well.
Wow. He's definitely a tough guy. As we see Lee Summit North giving up another back door. And I think now's the time we'll probably see Coach bust out one of those zones that'll kill all these backdoor cuts. Spellman. Tyler Anderson again with a double dribble.
Coach Hilbert didn't look too happy about that.
Now here we see a press. Full court press by Lee Summit North. Try to trap at the top. Chase him into the corner. Oh, and that's a foul on Will Harrington.
Looks like that was almost just one of those unavoidable fouls, though. He went up there and got low to play defense, and the guy tried to cut around him and tripped over Harrington's feet there.
This is where it gets important because that's Will Harrington's 3rd foul. And I guess coach is going to leave him in the game.
That's something you don't want to hear as a Lee Summit North fan.
Most definitely, because he creates. Another backdoor cut.
Coach Hilbert's got to be seeing this. He's got to be drawing up something there on the sidelines to stop that.
I see him standing up. I'm sure.
Another thing about Lee Summit North is, I mean, even if Harrington has to sit out, they have a lot of role players that can fill in. Not necessarily play the same game that Harrington does as the team leader and the team's main scorer, but they can all, for the most part, shoot, and they can work the ball inside Tyler Anderson and Torrey Miller, so I think they'll be all right. See a big 3 there by Durbin.
They definitely needed that one. They hadn't scored in a while. Nice 3 to kind of change the pace a little bit. Let's see, are we still in the man defense? Looks like it's still in man.
Seeing a bit of a low-scoring first half here as we got about 1:30 left. Looks like this quarter it's 5-6 in favor of Ray-Pec, but it's not much of a high-scoring game. Tyler Anderson with a good cut to the basket there.
You see him working around the top. Cut, back door. Over there to Elwood. Sticks that one in him. That was a nice 3 in the corner. We go 2 threes back to back. Pushing it out to a 9-point lead with just a minute left in the second quarter.
And that's Elwood's second 3, so I'll tell you what, the last thing Ray-Pec wants is for Elwood to heat up because that's what Rockhurst had to encounter, and it didn't turn out well for them. Nice little inside basket there by Ray-Pec.
You see 36 seconds left.
Maybe we'll see Lee Summit North do a little bit of Ray-Pec strategy. At the end of the first quarter, they had about 40 seconds left, and they just dribbled it out. So since we don't get a shot clock here, so hopefully just see them to spread it out and take the last shot of the half. I think that's what we're going to see.
It's definitely cutting it down to 15 now. They kick it over to Harrington. Anderson. Got to take them when you get them.
It's a basket going for the and one here. See Tyler Anderson at the line. That's 6 points for him inside, so you can say they're doing pretty good in the paint.
They shoot that one there with 8.5 left, which would give Ray-Pec another opportunity, but you got to take that. You got the wide open layup. You got to go up. He goes up strong and see if we can finish with a 3-point play before the half is over.
That's one thing, though. You got to say Lee Summit North's got a pretty balanced attack here. They got 9 points from 3-point range and 10 points in the paint here.
Most definitely. They've hit some key free throws. They're playing good basketball right now. Misses it.
Looks like Elwood's going to get called for an over the back there.
So it's 7.6 seconds.
It's a lot of time in basketball, though.
Most definitely is. He's actually going to shoot free throws. 1-and-1 situation here.
Yeah, they're in the bonus. That's one thing you got to watch out for, as we talked about earlier, is just fouls. First it was Ray-Pec starting it off, and then Lee Summit North just went on a fouling rampage, if you will. Now they're in the bonus.
He misses.
It's time to push it up the court, and that's what we're going to see here.
5 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Sorrell coming down, kicks it over to Spellman. Durbin in the corner, but he couldn't knock it down. That would have been nice. But the scoreboard is looking pretty nice right now. 21-12 here at the end of the first half.
Spellman had me kind of nervous. I didn't even think there was enough time for another pass.
Yeah, I was looking like, man, what was he thinking? But pretty good first half here by the Lee Summit North Broncos. Definitely seen inside, outside. Hit some good free throws, played some good defense. So see what they come back with here in the second half. And we're going to take a quick break as we go into halftime. You are tuning in, watching here live on My Slice TV, Slice Network.
Why do you ignore the homeless?
It's easy. It's much easier than having to talk.
I don't see it every day.
I really think it comes down to almost sort of like a prejudice thing. It depends on, I'm not going to lie, I think it depends on what color they are, what they're wearing.
Well, I don't now because I'm a teacher, and there are just more and more kids that are coming to our schools that are homeless.
Stay there.
Here we are, we're back. Lee Summit North Fieldhouse. Watching Lee Summit North take on the Raymore Peculiar Panthers. The score is 21-12. We're at the end of halftime. As you see, Ray-Pec warming up there. We've seen a pretty good game here. Pretty good game plan by Lee Summit North here tonight. What do you think, Mike?
It's going to be, honestly, I think it could turn around. I think it'd be a closer game, but if Lee Summit North keeps playing the way they're playing, they keep their head in the game, keep playing the same basketball, keep playing the same style that they are inside, I just don't see a way that Ray-Pec's going to come out on top. I mean, Lee Summit North doesn't have the size that Ray-Pec has, but they're playing bigger than Ray-Pec is.
Most definitely. And I'm waiting. I'm kind of waiting to see Coach Hilbert change up the defense. We've seen them. They were in man the entire first half. And, you know, maybe Coach is just trying to fine-tune his man defense and make sure all the guys know where they're supposed to be. Maybe it's, you know, at this point just practicing their man defense. But I'm sure they're going to come out and show them a few different looks on the defensive end this half.
I mean, even if they don't, though, they scored 4 points in the first quarter, 8 points in the second. I mean, you're outscoring this team in every quarter. There might be no need to change it up. I agree with you. I'd like to see some different looks, like to see how they can handle it. But we'll see what happens when we come out here.
Well, here we are. We're going to go ahead, and as you see there, we got our next broadcast, which is Lee Summit North versus Blue Springs South, and that's at 7 p.m. right here on February 14th, Valentine's Day. So grab the lady and sit her down in front of the laptop so she can watch some good old My Slice basketball.
That's what I'm going to be doing. Actually, I'm going to be here probably, so I'll have to have her sitting next to me.
Well, that'll be the way to go. I'm sure she's down to support the cause. See Coach getting in there, getting the guys, making sure they understand the last few adjustments he's going to make.
I think something I'd like to see, at least from a viewer standpoint. I mean, I refer to myself as a fan more than a commentator here, but I'd love to see Elwood have the ball in his hands more. I'd like to see some more shots out of him. I just think the kid's got the goods. I'm a huge Elwood fan.
Yeah, he definitely he does a lot of the things that you want a guy to do. He blocks shots, he gets rebounds, shoots threes pretty well.
He's pretty. I mean, for 6'4", he's pretty lanky, man. He's got some long arms, and that's. I mean, his wingspan's definitely got to be bigger than what it should be.
It's all about the wingspan.
I mean, I know if I take him to the lane, I'm getting thrown.
Well, I'd probably post him up and give him buckets. No, I'm just playing. He's going to be looking for me after the game. They still will not shoot the three-pointer. Ray-Pec's guards.
I saw that kid hitting him in warm-ups, so I don't know why he's not pulling up. I'd be pulling up from there.
And, I mean, they're leaving him wide open. They have no respect for his jumper. You got to make him a believer, son.
Well, I think he's made him a non-believer in the first half, and I think that's why they're playing that off-ball defense.
That's what you call the Rajon Rondo defense. We know about your shot, sir, so we're going to just stay back here.
Rebound there by Tyler Anderson inside off the tip from Elwood.
There we see Spellman kicking it over to Harrington. Haven't really seen much from Harrington tonight. He's really just staying in the flow of the offense.
Something you probably won't see too often from Durbin. He just passed up a wide open look from three-point range.
He passed that one up too.
Maybe that's what we're going to see from Lee Summit North here, though. Some patient basketball. Good look inside to Elwood. That was a good pass. Get it over that defender.
I think they called that foul on the floor.
Yeah, I definitely think it was on the floor.
And Spellman will be taking it out on the baseline.
Safe toss there back to Harrington.
Ooh, good pick and roll. Swings it over to Durbin, who passes up another three.
Maybe that's Durbin's game, though. Just more of a consistent team player, trying to spread the ball around, likes seeing other people score more than he likes to score himself. You know, you need those kind of role players on your team to be successful. Not everybody can be a shooter. Not everybody can take all the shots in the game. So it's nice to see a man out there, especially at such a younger age, with so much self-control, because you're going to see out of a lot of high school players that are just firing shots up.
There's Elwood missing a three there, wide open.
He's not going to pass up an open three, I'll tell you that much. Elwood's just got that killer instinct in him. He'll put the dagger in him real quick.
Most definitely. Ooh, good pump fake there, but he's not able to knock it down.
Can't convert on the three-point attempt, though.
You see the little fella, Spellman, boxing out, getting the rebound down in the post.
2 fouls early here on Ray-Pec. I think that's what we kind of see out of them, though. I think they come into the quarter and they're just, I don't want to say that they're out of their groove, but I mean that's what it appears that they are. They're just out of the groove until they get into the game flow, and then they seem to calm down and not foul as much.
There's Harrington pulling up.
Fouled on a 3-point attempt. We almost saw a 4-point play, which never happens.
Never foul a 3-point shooter.
Well, here we go with Harrington to the line.
And that ball did everything but go in. It tried about 3 times to go down. He gets 3 shots here. And he misses the first.
That's an uncharacteristic miss there by Harrington. Thought we were just going to see him go to work and drain about 3 in a row as if it was just nothing.
Yeah, that's his 3rd free throw, so he's 2 for 3 for the night. See if he can knock down these next 2.
That one gets that slow roll in. He doesn't look like he's happy with his stroke right now, though. It's weird. I always see Harrington when he shoots free throws and he's not sure about him going in. He does like a little dip there to the left side.
Didn't have to dip that time, as that one's all
no,
net.
Sir. He knew that one was going in, so he's shooting 80% from the line, and you know that's good to shoot from 80% from the line. In all honesty, you look at teams like KU. I'm a huge diehard KU fan, and we've got to be 60% from the line, and that's college. Those are kids on D1 full ride scholarships. They can't shoot free throws, and then you look at Harrington, and he knocks them down like they're nothing.
So college coaches, if you're watching, Will Harrington just got Mike.
Bill Self, pay attention.
Most definitely.
We could use some help at the line, I'll tell you that much.
I'm sure those Mizzou fans that are listening to us right now are wondering, why are they talking about KU? Well, I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, and Mike West.
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, wow. Why are you talking about KU?
I'm about the most controversial sports guy in Kansas City. I'm also an Oakland Raiders fan.
Oh, wow.
I get a lot of heat.
I am a card-carrying Raider hater.
I guess it's time for me to shut up and get back to the game then.
We see Ray-Pec coming now. And they're staying in that man defense. As you said, I guess if it's working, why change it up? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Good block by Elwood. Anderson definitely got a little forearm there. Big
Saw the denial there by Elwood, though.
It was definitely big. Ben Harrison there, 6'5".
Proven again, though. He doesn't care what color your jersey are. He doesn't care how tall you are.
Most definitely.
You come up against him, he's going to throw your shot the other way.
Most definitely. And there we see Victoria Miller coming in to get Anderson. Victoria Miller is a junior, so he'll be coming back next year to try to lead this Lee Summit North team.
Elwood with a good rebound. That's just what we're seeing out of Ray-Pec, is just not hitting their free throw shots. I mean, this could be a completely different game if they were hitting their free throw shots.
Definitely could.
Right now it's a double-digit lead, and I mean, obviously it wouldn't be if they were hitting on their free throws. It'd be, you know, maybe a 2-possession game as opposed to a 4.
We see Miller going to work with the pivot foot.
Durbin just practicing his stroke there as he nails the 3-pointer.
Just making sure he still got it.
He didn't get enough in warm-ups, so he just wants to stay hot there.
See, that's the shot he should have shot those 3 times he passed up on the 3-pointer.
The one time he doesn't pass up, it doesn't count.
I see a sub there.
It's like the big Gingrich came back in.
Will Harrington pulling up in his face. Man. Pulling up in his face.
You could just tell from the angle that we had on cam there. That shot was lined up gorgeous, though.
Oh, definitely. Looked him in his eyeballs and gave him what he wanted. Bouncing off the foot there. Joel Thomas. Haven't seen much from him here tonight.
Yeah, surprisingly, we haven't really. He's been trying to get a few shots inside, but Elwood and Anderson and Torrey Miller have really been keeping him held down.
That's definitely a foul.
That's not what you want to see Torrey Miller doing there. I think he's just got a little bit of a – might have got the wind knocked out of him, if you will.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's I don't know if that's what you want to see from Torrey Miller there. I mean, he's 6'8". He's going up against a guy there that's 5'11". I mean, keep your ground. Just keep your hands up there. You don't got to necessarily go up and try and throw a shot across the gym. Just playing sound defense there would have done the job instead of sending him to the line. But then again, sending him to the line has been really paying off for the Broncos here. So I guess I can't argue that either.
Most definitely. We see Chris Robinson came in to get the big fella. Now we have Sorrell bringing it up. Kicks it over to Elwood. He's done a great job on Thomas here tonight. He's definitely getting the best of that matchup. Ooh, crossover.
Just letting that kid know they don't have a poster on my face for no reason.
You see the Facebook likes sitting right over there next to Will Harrington. Pulls up again. That one almost went down too, but it creeps out.
Elwood with some good deep. Ooh, a little behind the back pass as he dove into the crowd there. That's that athleticism you're seeing out of Harrington there.
Wow, Harrington was all in the crowd section that time. Might have just converted one of those Ray-Pec fans to a Crimson crazy. Boy, she's down there smiling right now. Man.
Seen some good D here by Lee Summit North. Seems like every opportunity the Ray-Pec thinks they have is actually pretty shut down. So they keep working the ball around, but they're not getting any open looks.
And when they do get them, fast break. Sorrell bringing it up. Kicks it over to Robinson. Kicks it to, oh, my.
They had 5-on-2 there. That's exactly what you do there. You just play the passing drill as you're running down the court. And you get that easy layup.
They were toying with him, and it ended up in a foul. Elwood to go shoot 2.
So it converts on the first one there.
See, it's 27-14. And Lee Summit North has doubled Ray-Pec's score here in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. What was that for? I think the ref was just testing his whistle out there. No, he called a foul. That's one of those fouls I kind of hate to see. I mean, guys are just running.
Well, it's almost one of those things where you can't even stand your ground sometimes. It just kind of depends on who the refs are, what kind of calls you're going to get out there. And I mean, I can see that call going both ways because he's bodying him a little bit, come down the court. But sometimes you just got to let these kids play. I mean, if a kid can't stand his ground, you're just supposed to let him drive in to get an open layup every time.
Yeah. You can hear Lee Summit North fans letting the refs hear it. After that foul call, they changed it. And that was definitely good. I definitely looked like it was about 2 guys on Ray-Pec's team knocking that ball out. So they get it corrected and got Ryan Sorrell bringing it up.
Hilbert gets in the ear of the ref a little bit. There's that following up on your jump shot thing we were talking about earlier.
Most definitely. Resetting the offense, kicking it over to Harrington. Ooh. Well, that was a turnover either. Oh, my. He crossed Chris Robinson. Chris definitely doesn't want to remember that, and he's glad it resulted in a turnover. Because he just got left out there on the island on that one. Man.
He may have got his ankles broke, but bottom line is Lee Summit North's got the ball, so I'm sure Chris Robinson's more about his team winning than him breaking his ankles. So
most definitely. Just got to be glad it resulted in the turnover.
I mean, it's happened. If you play basketball long enough, that'll happen to you every now and then. I mean, it's never happened to me.
If you're a guard, at some point you're going to get crossed, you're going to get shot on, and if you're a serious post defender, at some point you will get dunked on. Just ask Alonzo, Dikembe, Patrick Ewing, any of them that ever try. You'll get dunked on at some point. Haven't seen any dunks here tonight. Joe pulls up in the face.
I can't remember for the life of me who it was, but Kimball Walker in the their conference championship game crossed whoever they were playing, their big guy up at the free throw line, and he fell about 3 or 4 feet back, and it was the dirtiest crossover I've ever seen in my life.
Man. And I don't know if you tuned in a couple weeks ago, Blake Griffin's dunk on Kendrick Perkins. Oh my gosh.
Kind of like Dwight Howard's dunk from the dunk competition a few years back, where he just kind of slingshots it in there, throws it in there. I don't know how they do it. I mean, you've obviously got to be over 6 foot to just launch the ball in like that and have some mad ups.
Most definitely.
I could do that on a little Tykes goal possibly, but.
And then we see Chris Robinson just hustling, getting in there, snatching the rebound from the Ray-Pec player, and he actually got fouled. Now he'll go to the line to shoot some free throws. See if he can knock it down. 28-14 here. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, he misses the 1-and-1 opportunity.
It's like Ray-Pec's in the bonus here, so we can see any kind of charge or an over the back or anything. At least Summit North might get a free throw shot before this quarter ends, but Ray-Pec goes back to their signature 40-second runoff here. Which didn't fare well for him in the first quarter. No shot, called it on the floor, traveling. Looks like Lee Summit North's got 3.2 seconds to really push that ball up the court and possibly get a shot off.
We see Ray-Pec pressing.
They're definitely playing a press here. Durbin doesn't quite get it there.
Yeah, that shot was short. Here we are, 28-14, the end of the third quarter, and you can see we got that Lee Summit North versus Blue Springs South next Tuesday at 7:00 p.m. Catch all our games here on the Slice Network at myslicetv.com. Catch the replays. This game will be posted up here. Seeing it live, but you'll also be able to come back and check out all the highlights of this game.
I wouldn't say that was necessarily a big quarter for either team, but Ray-Pec only put up 2 points, so I think Lee Summit North's defense is pretty locked in right now. If we can just see him close it out strong here. I mean, you're up 14, and that's all nice, but my opinion on how I play the game and how I think the game should be played is, and you don't let off here. You just got to keep pressing, and you're beating them by 14. Beat them by 20. Beat them by 24.
Most definitely. You're beating them by 14, but I'm sure Lee Summit North doesn't want to end the night with only 28 points on the scoreboard. So I'm looking to see a little more offense. The defense has been great here tonight.
By both teams, really.
Most definitely. Let's go. My Slice fans. Got the little camera time. As you can see, it is the haircut weekend. Torrey Miller in there, Tyler Anderson back. Tyler Anderson goes out there and helps out. Kicks it over to Durbin. He's still not pulling up for that wide open three. Spellman. The ball drives, kicks it over to the wing. Sorrell.
One thing, if they're looking to work on stuff here in this fourth quarter before they head into state and stuff, is Torrey Miller seems to have a pretty good lock on the inside when he really posts up, as you can see there. That's what I want to see. I want to see him work the ball down to him, because that's going to create open opportunities on the outside.
This offense is so disciplined. They don't want any shot if it's not open, as you see the nice pass to Anderson.
That's what I like to see, though, out of Lee Summit North. I mean, I've seen games where they push the ball and they're kind of forcing shots, and that's not the kind of basketball that wins you games. This is the kind of basketball that wins you games. You pass the ball and you take open shots. I mean, their field goal percentage has to be almost through the roof this game. They've only got 30 points, but you can't say that they haven't been an accurate team. You can't say that they're getting killed on the boards, and you definitely can't say they're getting killed on the defensive side of the ball. They're playing good defense and taking smart shots, and that's how you're going to win games, especially in high school.
There you go. You see Ray-Pec knocking down that easy shot on the baseline. 5-second call on Spellman. Held the ball a little long. You got to dribble, get it out of there, pass or shoot.
Well, that's one of those things where his teammates have kind of got to recognize that your man's getting, I mean, he was hung up there for, quite a bit. I mean, you gotta have your head up on offense there and really know that you need to go help him out.
And there you
Spellman
see
fouls Joel Thomas there going up.
That backdoor cut is really the only way that Ray-Pec has scored here tonight. We've seen a lot of their points come off that backdoor court. Summit North just has to watch out for that. You don't want other teams to see that and think that that's your weakness and go to work back there. See, Joel Thomas knocks it down for the three-point play.
Definitely got to agree with you, though. I mean, I'd say that the majority, almost all of their points, besides the few free throws that they have hit, have probably came on backdoor cuts for layups there.
You see Ray-Pec trying to turn it up, pressing full court. Torrey Miller.
Tyler Anderson gets big.
Once again, this is why you do not teach the flop.
Yeah, 35. Tried the old flop there.
Get up off the ground and play defense. It's not a guarantee the ref is going to call that.
All right, now they're going to come out on this kid. They've been letting him shoot. He finally hits one, maybe getting in his stroke, so they're definitely going to start coming out on him on defense.
And I mean, that's the thing. You got to see. You see him playing defense on you like that, you got to at least make him pay for it. Your team is down. He just hit a big three to cut the lead to 10 here, 32-22 in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes and 46 seconds left on the clock.
So he's been playing really big, though, is Tyler Anderson. I mean, he's got, at least from what I've seen, he's got 10 or 12 points in the paint. He's been playing good defense. He's getting a lot of boards down there. I mean, he's just a big presence.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be dangerous next year is when you see Tyler Anderson and Torrey Miller as seniors. Man. They're getting this experience as juniors. They're playing this good and this big as juniors. It's going to be scary to see what they can do next year.
And, I mean, as we look at this roster, it is definitely going to be scary. As we look up and down this roster, you see all 11s.
Two 12s.
Two 12s. Matt Elwood and Will Harrington going up strong.
They're not going to have to worry about senior leadership next year. This year they got those two players, and I'll tell you what, for only having two seniors, this is a very disciplined team, very well-led team.
And that's one of the things, in high school sports, it's kind of scary sometimes. You want the guys to play for the seniors. You don't have to tell these guys. You can tell they're giving their all each and every night. Good defense on the cut, backdoor cut there by Anderson. Elwood scared him with the shot blocking capabilities. Red-haired Meany has put in work tonight.
These refs are really favoring their whistles right about now.
Man. Maybe it's just me. I'm the only one that saw it, but ref just gave that ball a mean elbow when Torrey Miller threw it to him. What was that about? That's one thing I like to see the game played. I know you gotta blow the whistle when it's apparent, but sometimes you just gotta let the guys play. They brush jerseys. It happens. It is a contact sport.
Yeah, that's every sport nowadays, though. They're not really letting anybody play anymore.
Travel, I believe, yeah. Got a call for the travel. Move that pivot foot.
I mean, you compare sports from the old days. You look at, I mean, even in basketball, you look at guys like Larry Bird, and I'd put him up against the majority of the small forwards nowadays. I mean, I think if he went up against a guy like Kevin Durant would get tired of getting bodied all game, because that's what Bird did. He was a big body.
Nice spin move down there in the post by Torrey Miller. That was beautiful. Now, these players of the day wouldn't last 30 seconds in a game of 1980, as we see him pull up again, number 25 for Ray-Pec.
I don't think they would either. I think it was much more of a physical game back then. I think you'd see, I mean, even look at, football and basketball from back in those days, players played with injuries because that's how they made their money. Now it's all, I mean, you get a Kobe Bryant I've seen out with, broken pinkies, and that's all fine and dandy. You're making your millions and you're a superstar. But from a fan's perspective, I mean, I've played with broken fingers. I've played with jam fingers on my shooting hand. It's just something you got to kind of play through, really.
You see Ben Harris knocks down the second of 2. He comes out. He gets subbed out for Austin Merkin. Moving the baseline, Torrey Miller. They make the shot. You can run the baseline. Andrew Spellman bringing it up. Lee Summit North with an 11-point lead. Durbin passes up another wide open 3, kicks it back to Harrington. Elwood going baseline. And it is not a foul. It's off of Elwood out of bounds. Oh, bad pass. Elwood bobbles it and looks like he traveled there.
I think he knows it too.
This game is definitely not over. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and it's only an 11-point game. Definitely seen improved offense here in the fourth quarter. Good pass. Gets almost taken away. They reset the offense, and Kassan Williams going in. Torrey Miller with a big rebound. He's fouled by Kassan Williams. We're seeing a lot of fight from Kassan Williams right now. He's not going to take this loss laying down. He's fighting. He wants to win this game.
His coach is talking to him there, trying to calm him down a little bit. I think the coach knows that's what you do. You don't want to keep sending these guys to the line. You want to take your chances and try and get some turnovers here. See Torrey Miller here at the line.
See a lot more diversity on the Ray-Pec lineup. They've got guys ranging from freshmen all the way up to seniors on the varsity. On the varsity squad. Spear fingers.
Knocks it down. Maybe there is something about these spirit fingers. I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? 36-23. They push the lead back up to 13. See him starting to pull up for threes. Good controlled rebound there.
Got to push that ball up court there.
Spellman with a nice pass. Harrington. Oh, they call a charge.
Honestly, that was a good call. The guy was set up, and Harrington went up against him. Maybe he should have just stopped short there and banked one in instead of driving all the way. It looked like he had his position pretty well set up there.
Interesting call there.
Not letting these guys play at all. You touch them, they're blowing that whistle.
And, hey, when it gets like that, you got to know what's going on. You got to know if the refs are calling every single foul, every single thing a foul, then you got to play a little more safe, and you can't go for those kind of steals.
We're in the double bonus here, so they're going to be shooting too with Joel Thomas. It's the first one. Makes it a 12-point game.
Lee Summit North sitting with 10 fouls, and Ray-Pec sitting with 9. So these refs are definitely putting those whistles to use tonight.
We've seen Ray-Pec put up 11 points here in this quarter, so it's definitely their biggest offensive outpouring of this game.
It's definitely. See the full court press of Ray-Pec.
At least Summit North's still playing a pretty controlled game, though. 8 points in this quarter. They're taking smart shots, getting the free throw line. I think that's what you want to see from them. At this point, it's more about game management than really putting them on it, I guess.
Just knowing the rules of basketball, you can throw it back court. But once you get over there, you can't go back. Sorrell with spin move. So here we see them going into that comfortable motion, just moving around, keep the ball moving until we find somebody open. There's a big fella with positioning. Spin move in the post. Pulls up for the jumper. Doesn't knock it down.
One thing I'd like to see Torrey Miller really do is work on his size.
Now, I was waiting to see if they're going to call it both ways. He got his feet set. He did the exact thing he was supposed to do. He got his feet set, and you see, you talked about it earlier. Torrey Miller jumped into a guy. You're bigger than him. Just stand there and get in the way.
Absolutely. It's definitely a good take on the charge there by Torrey Miller.
Torrey Miller's got to get a dunk in before this game is over.
That's what I'm always thinking. Is he's such a big guy. I'd really like to see him start backing people down in the post. Maybe, you know, a little drop step spin and just jump up and Dwight Howard it.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I'd love to. I feel like this would just set the whole place off. And that's what I want to see.
And I mean, we've just seen a lot of good fundamental basketball here tonight. Every once in a while, you're playing good basketball, good defense, good offense. Just get up there and throw one down. One time. Oh, wow. Misses both there.
Got 2 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Ray-Pec down by 11. So I'm feeling we're going to see some three-pointers popped off.
Ryan Sorrell just opened the door and let Joe fall.
That was not a good look for him. I'll say that. They're going to swing it around here, just kind of waste a little bit of time.
Man.
Called for a reach there on Spellman. And said we're in the double bonus here, so every foul out from here on out is going to be 2 shots from the line.
Starting to seem more like a game of freeze tag than a basketball game. Every time someone gets touched, we have to stop. Spellman.
Summit North looking to be a little bit cold from the free throw line here.
Kind of uncharacteristic. You know, Spellman misses the first. Hopefully he can make something out of this trip. Spirit fingers going. Nothing doing.
Last 4 missed from the free throw line there from Lee Summit North. Something you definitely don't want to see carry on into the next game.
Joel Thomas backs down in there. Will Harrington's hand straight up, gets called for the foul.
Still looks a little confused. I think he's going to leave his hands up for a little while. I don't know. That wasn't to me. I didn't really see the foul there. I saw a pretty good defense. I mean, like I said, you can't just let these guys score. I mean, you got to be able to hold your ground somewhat.
I've never been a fan of rewarding a guy when, you know, they don't really make a shot attempt. You know, just flail their arms up in the ball and call the foul. That's
you just jump into somebody and sling the ball up there, and you're going to get the foul call.
Exactly. I feel like maybe they should go back and look at that and reward the guy if he's actually attempting to make the shot. See, Ray-Pec knocks down both, and they've cut it down to a 9-point lead. A minute and 35 left in the fourth quarter, and they're still pressing. Looking like they're believing in themselves here, trying to see if they can break this game open. Terrell trapped in the corner, and a timeout is called.
Just a timeout call. They had him locked down.
Definitely did.
You know, when they're really trapping you in these late game situations, you really want to try and get quick looks to spread that ball out and get it. I mean, you want to get it past half court fairly quick, especially when they're trapping you down there in a full court press.
You cannot hold it for too long because that's exactly what they want you to do. I mean, you got some guys open, but they'll only be open for a minute, so you got to get it out quick, or you end up in the situation Ryan Sorrell just ended up in. Coach has to use the timeout to save him.
Well, that's the thing. I've seen it from Lee Summit North in previous games. Is you double team like that, there's always someone open when you're double teaming, and each team has 5 people out there. If you commit two people on the other team to one person, I mean, there's going to be somebody wide open. You just got to figure out where they are. I've seen Lee Summit North struggle with double teaming, and it seems like Ray-Pec executes pretty well when they're double teaming the ball. It seems like they get there fairly quick, and they keep them pretty much locked down.
And there you see the foul count and the score. They've got it across.
There you go.
Kick it back out. No need to jack up a shot. Just trying to run the clock out. That was smart.
This last minute and 20 seconds is going to be about the speed of an NFL game. I feel like we got about 10 to 15 minutes of basketball left at this rate.
Yes, definitely. You see everybody packing up, ready to go. You see us here, myslicetv.com. Still here giving you what you want to see, that Lee Summit North Bronco basketball. See a few quick subs there by Ray-Pec. Getting Williams back in there and Joel Thomas. There you go, Durbin. Knocking down the free throws.
Push this back to a double-digit game here.
11-point lead here. Don't see Lee Summit North pressing. Woo! Elwood! Man, did he pin him. Oh, but a bad pass gets Ray-Pec the ball back, and here they come. Good hand by Chapman. Gets the steal.
Bad pass there by Chapman. He didn't see 22. No basket on the floor there. Just about 50 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter.
I'm sure big fella Torrey Miller was feeling just like we were feeling. We're finally about to see it, the dunk. He's not able to get one up there as they make a bad pass. Ray-Pec will go to the line and shoot 2.
I think that was what you were seeing there was more of a Coach Hilbert kind of being conservative. You don't want to keep putting it on this team. Gives your team kind of a bad look. But in my case, I would have definitely tried an oop there, or thrown it inside for a dunk.
Most definitely. I'd probably tell my team to tune it down. We get to about 30 seconds. But Coach Hilbert's definitely a great coach. He's a man of integrity and shows a lot of respect out here on the court.
Definitely wouldn't mind seeing a rim rattler there.
As we are with 48.5 left, 38-29. I don't think we're going to see a dunk here tonight. But we have seen some great basketball, some great defense. Lee Summit North has been in man all night, you know, working the kinks out of their man defense. Running the offense to near perfection, only taking wide open shots. I haven't really seen them take a contested shot here tonight, I don't believe.
Yeah, it hasn't left much room for us to be shocked or awed, just kind of routine shots out there and then putting it down just like they should.
Most definitely. Sorrell knocking them both down.
I think that's something Coach Hilbert definitely wants to see, though. I mean, you definitely want to see your guys hitting those open shots. I mean, I know players that would prefer to have a hand in their face when they hit a shot because it's more routine. You get wide open shots, you start thinking about it more.
Coach calls that timeout just as they hit the shot to cut it down to 9 points. Still trying to figure out a way to break through in this game.
One thing you need to see from Lee Summit North here, though, is, I mean, I've seen it on the last few drives, and I'm hoping it's not going to keep happening, is they're just really not playing defense in fear of getting a foul and sending them to the line. And you can't do that because you're going to allow easy buckets like you just did. I mean, you can't keep letting guys drive to the hoop like that. You still got to play the game that's got you this far. I mean, if it's been working for you this far, play the game that's gotten you here, because you know they're going to keep fouling you on the offensive end. But on the defensive end, you can't just allow them to, take 4 or 5 seconds off the clock by running it down there as fast as they can and laying it up every time, because that's the kind of game that's going to get you in trouble.
Most definitely. Here we see the guys coming out trying to finish strong. Ray-Pec pressing them. Definitely love the fight Ray-Pec is giving here tonight. They're not turning over easy.
I would have liked to seen Sorrell weave that pass over there to Elwood. But either way, he's going to the free throw line, shooting 2.
This is the longest 2 minutes.
I told you it was going to be like a football game.
Most definitely. .35 seconds left, 9-point lead, 40-31. Lee Summit North.
Routine.
Knocks it down, pushes it out to 10. Haven't seen Sorrell take a lot of field goal attempts, but he's been knocking them down at the free throw line.
That's one thing I hardly see Sorrell do, is I don't see him take too many shots throughout the game. He's a very good distributor. He's got a good handle on the rock. So, I mean, maybe that's his game. Just handle the rock, drive inside, get fouled, get some reach-in fouls on him, and play his game like that and play solid defense. Ooh. Ooh, there it is. Oh, and he shakes off. Torrey Miller tried to help him up, and he shook it off.
Well, you don't want to see that. I mean, definitely an accident. He's in there trying to secure the rebound. And accidentally caught the kid, tried to show some good sportsmanship, but Ray-Pec's like not having none of that, I guess.
Holding up the go-home sign.
Wow.
I think they all saw that intensity there from Kassan Williams. I mean, in this kind of situation, you got to kind of realize, I mean, he's down there, he's getting a board, he's obviously going to fight for it. And if you're going to flop like that and he tries to help pick you up, you might as well. I mean, show some good sportsmanship yourself. If you don't feel like the other team's displaying it, I mean, don't do it yourself. Just because they don't display sportsmanship doesn't make it right for you to do the same.
Exactly. See Joel Thomas pushing it up, trying to, with the runner, gets his own rebound. Good bucket down there in the paint as we have 7 seconds left, and Lee Summit will hold it. And they will walk into another win here at the Lee Summit North Field House. They pull it out, 42-33. Great defensive effort here tonight by the Broncos. We saw some three-pointers. We saw some layups. We saw a lot of just good basketball here tonight from Lee Summit North.
See the teams shaking it out here, draining any bad blood there was. Torrey Miller and Kassan Williams, a little miniature hug there to clear up the air.
That's definitely just worked out to be a great game for the Lee Summit North Broncos. They got to see some different guys score. Not a lot of Will Harrington and Torrey Miller here tonight, but instead we saw a lot of Tyler Anderson and Matt Elwood leading the team here tonight. We got Jordan down there with a great sideline interview. Let's see who she's got tonight.
Another exciting win here in Bronco Fieldhouse. And lucky enough, it was the court-warming game. So far, the Broncos seem to be ending their season in a pretty good way. And what it seems like tonight, it's a pretty good day to be a Bronco. Back up to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Jordan. Thanks a lot. It's been another great broadcast here tonight as you see the Lee Summit North and Ray-Pec fans clearing out. There you see, we want to shout out to our guy Sheldon Neal, our producer here at My Slice TV. Reporters, and Mr. West coming out tonight, knocking it out the ballpark. This has been another broadcast brought to you on the Slice Network. Brought to you live, myslicetv.com. Tune in next time. This is Cameron Smith signing off.
Have a good Friday night.